Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you today, or I guess you're the one seeing me. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for clicking that subscribe button and tuning in on a regular basis. It's nice to see that happening here and there. Anyway, today I wanted to chat with you about living with other people. Yeah, that's a complex subject. It has a lot of different aspects to it. Previous week I talked about, like, do your kids respect you? Which the flip side of that is, do you respect them? I also talked about intonation recently, and today in particular I wanted to talk about, like, how do you decide, like, what to do? Are there group projects where you live with other people? And how do you determine, like, who's going to take that leadership role when that is happening? And how, when you're in a leadership role, can you recognize that someone else knows more than you on a given subject, and it's best to let them lead? So yesterday, where I live, we have our general farm day where we all show up to do things on the land, and I had several different projects planned. And then, I come to find out one of the projects has been, let's say, tampered with, and so it's not going to happen anymore. The second project I did, we were successful at creating a Band-Aid, along with determining a better final solution, which is great. And when the first one was thwarted, then I moved people onto a second project, which was more like a creative gifting project. And as that finished up, there was still more time in the day, and it was a matter of, like, okay, what are the next important things that have to take place? And listening to the people, what they wanted to kind of do, and then redirecting people on other things that I found to be important, since it was my turn to lead. It seemed like it went pretty graceful, and being open to listen to what others say, to also remind ourselves that, like, let's stay hydrated during our time. It can be easy to get wrapped up in a project and not be hydrated. I also encourage people to stretch and do some push-ups before we ate food together, and to have, like, a group huddle at the end of our meeting moment, along with high fives at different points. I think those aspects of creating what I consider to be a positive space of getting stuff done, it makes for a better experience overall. Now, I'm curious, when you're in a leadership role, how you create that kind of positive group experience, and how, when a plan is thwarted, how you pivot. It's so important to just keep things rolling sometimes, along with just being able to pause and take notice that, like, okay, what are the next things? We don't always have 5 projects to do if we've called people together to do 1 or 2 projects. So how do you make those choices in your own world, with the people in your own life? And I tried to even create some disagreement because my wife didn't want to do one of the projects, and I already knew that, but I like giving space sometimes to change your mind. And then also the notion that, disagreement is actually healthy, and you want people to be able to say, no, I don't think that's a good plan, and let's do this in a different way. Because sometimes people are scared to do that, especially when someone else is in a leadership role and they're not. Maybe they have less experience with it, or more experience, or whatever it is. They just don't want to step on people's toes. That notion of, like, that's actually healthy for the group to know that whoever's in the leadership role can listen to what's coming up from people, and not necessarily just go with it, but to take into consideration. So I hope I did a good job yesterday. It seemed like we definitely made some progress with things, and I'm waiting to hear back some more feedback from people. I also encouraged people during our meeting to, like, massage their own feet. Now, not everyone even did that, which I found to be curious because, let's be honest, we could all use more self-care. It's pretty challenging not to do all that. Anyway, it's a beautiful, as you can see, overcast day today. I'm about to start working, and I hope you all have too much fun. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you all soon.